Hey, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooke, and this is a channel where I do houseplant things and DIYs. And make messes. Part 2 of a video I did previously, and that is cleaning out my greenhouse cabinet. And so we're just picking up right where we left off in the same spot. And that is going to start with throwing some plants away. Yes, I hate to do it, but it needs to be done. And so if you are new here, take a minute, subscribe to my channel. That way you can be up to date on all of my latest videos like this one, throwing them away. And if you are a recurring viewer, thank you so much for coming back and watching another video. All right, so we're going to start back with the plants that we're tossing. That would be my Florida green philodendron. Tossing. Sorry, I am keeping the soil, but I am tossing the plant. And to be fairly honest, the roots look super great and healthy. Mom, it's just... What? I know, what am I doing? It's just the plant itself doesn't grow well, and I'm not really sure why. The second plant is this mixture of micans and just a regular unvariegated heartleaf. Ew, that's soil. Yuck. Didn't wish to do that. Okay, we're tossing that whole thing, and we're going to try to take that back out. If you are new here, I use a soilless mix, and so don't want that, but it's okay. I'll have plenty more plants. Another one, I actually think I decided to give this away. This ZZ plant, we're gonna put it in the giveaway pile. There are some plants that I am giving away, but this string of hearts is not one of them. Just tossing it. This also random pot of pothos. This random pot of pothos that I was gifted, I'm giving it away. I'm getting rid of it, throwing it away. Chunk of something in there. Okay, so that's thrown away. This White Knight propagation, goodbye. I've already explained why in my previous video, so go check that out. This Mayoi, I already have plenty of them, don't need any more. Have a massive one in my living room, goodbye. It is incredibly dry. Yeah. This random pot of Mandula pothos and Scindapsus, Stanleyana, throwing it away. These little heart carry eyes, I think I said I was going to give them away, but this one I was going to throw away. I should refer, I'm just throwing away the plant, not the pots. Okay, so what else was I throwing away? Oh yeah, these guys, these more Mayois, they are super large and lanky, and I have, again, a big mother plant. If I ever wanted to make more of them, I have the capacity, so the ability. That's getting tossed. This other Mayoi, and I propagated all of these off of my mother plant already. 90% of these plants I propagated off of a mother plant that I own, and so this is not like I have spent money on these things. I cut them off of the plants and I have just propagated them, and now it's just too much. I did sell or give away a lot of these plants in my greenhouse, I should say. I listed them all on Facebook Marketplace near me and was able to get rid of several of them. I did end up having to give some away, several away actually. And so yeah, here we are. This is what's left of them, and that's why I am okay with throwing them away. Okay. So I think that's honestly it that I'm throwing away. Those were the plants. The rest of them I am now going to pot up together and combine. So actually there are several more plants than there were, like, are keeping plants that there were throwing them away. So I don't know where we should start. Now all of my Burley Marks, unvariegated ones, they're all getting potted back up with this plant. That's going to be another video because it's just too much work to do that at this point. It's a massive plant, and I have 5 plants that need to go with it. And so for right now, they're all just going to sit to the side and hang out for a bit. Oh, I have 6 of them. 6 plants that need to go in that one. I have, oh, this one. I couldn't decide. This, I think I'm just going to toss it. It's an Epipremnum albo. I have another big one, and this is just not growing the way I want it to grow. And again, if I want to take a cutting of the other one, I absolutely can. Have several plants in one pot in my bedroom, and it's doing very well. So we're good with this non-growing plant. Okay, I officially think that was it. Hopefully. I forgot about my orchids. These are my other half of my orchid propagation, and I probably should wipe those down for spider mites because my propagations had spider mites. Yay. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to isolate you back there. This plant is the only one that's not probably in my collection getting placed with another plant because it's only one I have. This is another Burley Marks. That one's a variegated version, but I have that one up there as well. And this plant needs to go up there. This is my Esqueleto, and it needs to go with the bigger mother plant, so that's going to take a minute. And then this is the same. This is my Monstera aurea. Bigger mother plant needs to wait. So what do I actually have? So I have several little pots of these guys that I'm going to pot up together. So these are Pearls and Jade, and I'm just going to pot them up into one larger pot. I like this plant. I think that it's a beautiful, bubbly, fun one. And I have another one right here. And I actually had a smaller one too, but recently, again, just with my watering abilities, it died. So we're not going to worry about that one right now, but I'm going to take all of these out. They're all in 4-inch pots, and I have this larger 8-inch pot, I think, maybe 6-inch pot that I think will work, but I could be completely wrong. I think I'm going to need a bigger pot, depending on how this one. Now this is soil on this one, but look at it. It needs to be repotted. So there's soil on this. I'm not going to put soil in my mix because I don't like peat moss. So I will take everything I can off of this one. This was one of my very first plants that I ever purchased, was a Pearls and Jade. And I loved it so much, and it was actually what was left of it. But unfortunately, I just threw it all out. I had that back in 2020, and I would say it was, yeah, again, one of my like more in common, which is surprising, more in common houseplant. It was not a common, like easy to find houseplant. And so I really loved it. It grew beautifully. It is an easy grower, and it's the OG Albo for me because it's really beautiful in those creams. Like, it's really gorgeous plant. Very easy to grow and just satisfying to look at. So I'm going to stick them all in one pot, and it will be so pretty and lush. Like, love this. Okay, so this is one plant. Might need more bigger pots, which I don't know whether I have them. I have a lot of 4-inch pots. And of course I ran out of soil as well, so really praying that I just have enough to do what I need to do and be good. I didn't take the soil off of the other two because they were already in my soilless soil mix, but I think that will be great. Look how beautiful that is. That's going to be awesome. Okay, really happy about that one. So I'm going to stick it back in the greenhouse because it's staying with me, and we'll figure out where it goes afterwards. Another plant that I can place together are these. Where did it go? Okay, this. So this is my original variegated heartleaf philodendron, and it's just not performing the way that I would prefer it to perform. It is really well rooted, as you can see there, and so honestly it probably needs to be potted up into a bigger pot, and that's probably why it's unhappy, because all of the leaves are just starting to yellow and die off. So either that or I'm not keeping up with watering. But I have 2 more cuttings of it here and here. These are propagations from them. This one's really well propagated or rooted right there. And let's see about this one. And this one's, you know, somewhat rooted for what it is. But I just stick it all back in one. Like, I really want this plant to grow and to do well, but it is a bit tricky for me. And I don't know that, again, if it's just I'm not caring for it in the appropriate way or what. Giving it too much light? I couldn't tell you really, because yeah, it sits under a Barina grow light, and it has ever since I purchased it, but it's kind of just been a really tough to grow plant for me. And so I think I'm honestly looking around and I'm trying to find a bigger pot because I just think it needs to have one. I think this is a bigger pot. So let's see what we can do. So this is a Mandula pothos that I want to get rid of. And I have another Mandula pot right here. And I was going to pot them together, but now I'm realizing I don't have a big enough pot. So for the sake of, I want the other plant more than I want this plant, I'm going to take this plant out. Hold on. I'm going to do some switcheroos here. I will keep that Mandula, but I'm going to put this plant in this bigger pot here. So I put the heartleaf plant, variegated heartleaf. This is a really old pot. Put the variegated heartleaf in this bigger pot. This is an 8-inch pot versus I think that was a 6-inch pot. No, that's a 4-inch pot. This is a 6-inch pot. No, 5-inch, whatever. This is like an inch bigger. Yeah, so this is a 6-inch pot. I'm going to keep it in here and see how it does, and we'll go from there. But I'm hoping that it, I don't know, does better. It's a really pretty plant, but just a bit tricky to figure out the needs for. All right, now we need to figure out this mandula. This is what the mandula is, because I can't get that into this pot. Created a problem. This is a really well-rooted plant. It's been growing happily in that pot for quite some time now. So honestly, I'm just potting it into this smaller one and calling it good, because I'm going to give both of those away. So I will put them in my giveaway pile, and yeah, we'll just call it like that. That's good. All right, so now plants that I can consolidate are these two Scindapsus aureus, beautiful plants. These are both in peat moss mix, and to be fairly honest, I don't think I have enough soil, so it's going to have to stay in this. They're both really well rooted. So these are well rooted. I'm just going to stick them in one pot because there's no need for them being in two pots. So pretty. Okay, I'm going to try to find the other cutting. Hold on. Oh, God. Did I just find a mandula cutting? Oh, this is a pearls and jade. Throwing it away. That's ridiculous. So this is one of my Florida Beauty cuttings, and it's nothing. It's yellowing. It's probably going to go to the trash. These are my other Aurea cuttings. They're doing really well. They're both well rooted. So I am sticking them all in one pot now and making one pretty plant. So I had several cuttings from that one. This is a really pretty pothos. It's a Snow Queen off of the same one I threw away earlier. So sorry it's getting thrown away. This is my Yolpii, whatever you would like to call it, philodendron. It's growing really well. I'm going to stick it back in the water because I don't know what to do with it currently at this point. It's just going to stay there. But this will be my pot of Scindapsus aureus. So I'm going to try to sort them in here a bit better than they currently are. These were a really easy plant to root and to propagate, which is awesome because it is a uncommon plant. And sometimes I have found that with uncommon plants, they can be a little bit trickier, especially when it's like not a normal plant or whatnot. I don't know, like my pothos albo is kind of difficult to propagate, and I will tell you about 2% of the cuttings that I take have rooted. Okay, so that one's that beautiful plant. It's mine. I'm going to set it back up in here. Now another plant. Oh wait, that's that plant. Okay, so this is my plant as well. Sticking it there. Okay, this is my plant. Getting a lot of plants back, but it's okay. That's my plant. That's my plant. Okay, now I need to move on to all of these. These are my beautiful marble pothos cuttings, and I just want to see how well they're rooted. Oh, that one's pretty rooted. Good job, buddy. These are just a lack of me watering them. This is not rooted at all. Well, it is, but the root shriveled up because I didn't water it. This one's pretty well rooted. You can see it's holding on to a lot of the soil. So I think I'm going to, man, I hate to pot them up with my bigger one. Okay, I don't know how far we got in it, but this is just my cuttings of the marble pothos, and I'm just potting them all up into 1 2-inch because they're not, one of them is well rooted, the other ones are not, and so I want them to root a little bit more before I stick them back with the original mother plant. You never want to pot them up too soon with your mother plant, in my personal opinion, just because you're going to get inconsistent watering. Part of the plant's going to need to be watered more often than the other part, and one of them's going to die. So I'll stick him back in here. This Ring of Fire is a giveaway. These I have here are my Painted Ladies. And so I'm going to pop them up in a 4-inch pot, and I probably will give them away. Okay, this is the Painted Lady. Again, giving those away. All right, now plants that I'm going to again combine are these plants here. These are just regular heartleaf philodendrons. I will pop them together and give them away. I will pop them in 4-inch pots because currently one is in a 3-inch pot and one is in a 1.5-inch pot. So potting them up to a 4-inch pot will be great. Okay. So there's that guy. Make a great, pretty hanging basket. I already have, I feel like, too many hanging pothos and stuff, philodendron. And so we're going to do the same with these. These are Philodendron Brazils. Philodendron Brazil. I had 5 of these, I think, is what I said. 4 or 5, maybe 4 of them. Okay, that's that plant. That'll be great. Philodendron Brazil. And again, that will be a gift. Go away. Okay, and then I had this Rio and I had this Summer Glory, and I am torn between just tossing them or I'm not sure what. So I'm just going to put them to the side because I really don't know what to do with them. And then I have this Hoya Carrii Heartleaf that it was actually in my windowsill shelf, my new one that I just made. So you can go back and see all that. But I think I'm just going to pop them up. Ooh, you're well rooted. With my other ones right here. My other little Carrii. Okay, so there's 2 in 1. Now I have another one over here, propagations. I'm going to just take this one that actually has a propagation or is growing. That's too much. This one's growing right here. All right, so I'm barely going to have enough time based on my recording, but there's that little guy. How cute is he? That will sit it back up on my shelf. And so I think that's really, honestly, that was it. Yeah, that guy goes back with my mother plant, Lassie. Okay, let him go. Take him down. That was really it. I mean, honestly, that was it. I propagated what I could and potted everything up. Now, everything that I just... Okay. Everything that I need that's left, is just potting them up with larger plants. So this one, my Esqueleto, my Monstera aurea, those are our larger plants that I will have to pot up at another time because I'm running out of space. But I think honestly that was it. So this tray is my giveaway tray right here. And then I have my plants in here that I'm keeping. So all of these plants. And then this tray right here is my, this tray right here is my potting up with my larger plant. And really that's it. So that was pretty good. Plus I just potted up this one. So that one stays up there. So I think that was a win in getting all of those potted up and done. Now, yeah, I'll just have to go through and clear out the rest of them, I guess, and make sure that I have enough space and put my shelf up in here. So be sure to subscribe to my channel. That way you can see more updates on this video, this one very long video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.